Good Boy at Alice nella città, and Ben Leonberg, the director. Um, your movie everything started from a simple what if, inspired by Poltergeist.
Yeah.
How long did it take from that first idea to realizing it could actually become a movie?
So it took almost 10 years between when I first wrote down in a diary Poltergeist, but from dog's point of view, to I think it was 2021 or 2020 when we actually moved into that house and started to film. It was a long time just both to figure out what would that story actually be, and then especially how to put it in the dog's point of view, how a character who can't speak, who has like the limitations of being a dog in a human world, how would you tell that story and progress the plot with that kind of a character?
You have described Good Boy as a grounded paranormal thriller. How do you build the tension when the main character isn't a human but a dog?
So one of the things I'm most excited about as a director, I think in any movie, but especially here, is how to use perspective and the combination of subjective and objective shots to build tension. Alfred Hitchcock is one of my favorite directors. That's not a very profound thing to say. All filmmakers love him. But the thing I think I take from him and apply in Good Boy is just how simple shot choice, how close a character is to the lens, their relationship to the line of action, and then whether a shot is from a point of view of a character or from just the audience's point of view, how that alone can create tension. And Hitchcock always talked about he thought of tension as a rubber band that you were trying to stretch as long as you could. I was always trying to do the same thing, albeit with a dog who doesn't know he's in a movie.
And Indy isn't a trained movie dog.
He certainly isn't.
He's your real-life companion. What convinced you that he could carry on an entire feature film?
The first thing we noticed about Indy that made us think this was worth something we would even try was that he has this very intense and very intelligent-looking stare. He doesn't pant. He has these eyes that are very expressive. And if you put the camera in front of him, and then match that shot to a reverse shot of what he sees, you can kind of create the performance on top of him. He doesn't know he's in a movie. He doesn't know he's acting. He's not acting. He's just reacting genuinely and authentic. But I think that was the first thing we noticed, that we thought this could be the building block of our whole movie. Our dog's natural intelligence and curiosity, we could harness that and make a movie around that.
And the idea of showing the world through a dog's eyes is original and powerful. What visual or cinematographic choices did you use to convey that point of view?
Yeah, so I think a dog's face is very different than a human's, and it allows you to do things with lenses
very different and better.
Better, of
more
course.
Actors.
Yes, exactly. He needs no hair and makeup. We filmed for 3 years, and he doesn't appear to age. In some ways, they're the perfect actors. But their eyes are so expressive, just finding ways to light them that would draw audiences' attention to their eyes so that their point of view and what they're seeing, what he's seen, always stays front of mind for the audience. But then past that, because their faces are so different, in the geometry than a person, you can film them with these very wide-angle lenses, very close up, in a way that would be very unflattering for people, but for a dog, it looks totally fine, and it allows you to see this big, in our case, scary world behind them. So you've got these beautiful close-ups in the film, which are some of my favorite shots, and were some of the most fun to pull off, where Indy is, filling the frame, but we still see the dark recesses of the house behind him.
And Good Boy is also about the trust between man and dog, and between filmmakers and audience.
Yes.
How do you earn that trust in such an unconventional horror story?
I think dogs bring it to the story. Dogs are so sympathetic, they're so easy to relate to. Even if you haven't had a dog for a while, or you've never had a dog, it's very easy to understand the kind of anxiety that you can feel when a dog just starts barking in the middle of the night. Our imaginations can't help but imagine the worst. And then it's also just very easy to, understand the relationship between Indy and Todd, the character in the film. They love each other. It's very uncomplicated, but that's not a bad thing. It just makes total sense.
Okay. Thank you. And your film is very, very scary.
Thank you.
Scary movie.
Good.
For me, it was a scary movie. Really.
Yeah. Thank you. No, that's good to hear. That is what we were going for.